Who cares? Like that's the way the thing goes, man. Look, LeBron beat the best team ever by himself, pretty much. Ever the best team ever. Not. I think he's the only player.
Hold on. Best team ever from what? What are you talking about? 70? You talking about the Bulls?
No. The best, the Golden State.
You talking about Golden State?
Golden State
that
didn't win the championship. Oh yeah. That
LeBron beat.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh, best
LeBron
regular
and
season
Kyrie
team. Best regular season team. You was gonna say.
Okay.
Or was you talking? What you talking about? The
Bulls
they
won the championship. They probably be the greatest team ever, right?
Hold on, probably. What are you talking about?
They're not the greatest team ever.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was gonna say Bulls.
I mean, they won
Bulls,
4 chips.
Bulls won. Yeah. Bulls. Yeah. Bulls won that championship.
Bulls 6.
Bulls finished it. Kyrie, he has 4.
Yeah, but they didn't beat anybody good. That's the problem.
What?
Did you
just not watch?
See, it's different
did you
when
just
you're
not
the
watch
best team.
basketball?
When you're the best team and you beat mediocre teams. That's like
who did LeBron? Okay, so who did LeBron beat in the
Golden State?
Who did LeBron beat? No, who did LeBron beat in the Eastern Conference to get to that to get no? Who did LeBron beat in the Eastern Conference to get to that win against the Golden State Warriors? Who did they play in the Eastern Conference championship that year?
The Toronto.
Do you even know?
Was it Toronto? I don't know.
I probably was.
I don't know. I mean, Toronto's always. I don't even fucking care. They lost. Who cares about the loser?
Listen. I mean, we're talking about Jordan played against Hall of Famers. Who are the Hall of Famers that in the Eastern Conference?
He played against HIV Magic. He beat up on an old fucking Joe Dumars and what's his name?
What are you talking about, Isaiah?
Yeah, old. They was like late 30s when they was getting beat.
All right, so the Knicks was not good. So
most
the Knicks
of the niggas that Jordan beat were playing in the 70s, yo.
So Knicks weren't good. Knicks weren't good.
The Knicks weren't good?
Yeah, I'm asking you. The Knicks were not
good.
Those
94 with Patrick Ewing and John Starks and Anthony
So they
Mason?
were bad. Those were bad
They were
teams.
good. They were good teams.
You just proved this point.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You're proving this point.
Dog, those teams were not even stacked like that team now.
Indiana with Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller. Hold on, Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller.
No, you said
top 5
Mark Jackson and Reggie Miller.
Yes,
versus
Mark Jackson.
Okay, so Mark Jackson, Reggie Miller versus like Klay Thompson, KD, or KD. Let's just say KD. Russell Westbrook and Serge Ibaka and James Harden.
Okay,
that's the team that LeBron beat in the finals.
If you ask that
they
question,
would not even dog. They would blow out the Knicks every night by 72 points.
Okay, if those players you mentioned play if those players play 82 and then in the playoffs they play each other, I'm taking the other side. I'm sorry, let them play 82 and then go talk that. If they're coming in playing 60. Then you're probably right because they play 60 games.
He's sitting there. These motherfuckers used to defend a layup by clotheslining somebody.
I'm sorry.
That's how they used to do shit. Because
these guys used to play. These guys used to play all 82. These guys used to play all 82 and then play
the toughest guard that Jordan ever had.
That's different.
Mark Price. Mark Price used to guard this one. Mark Price was like 6'2", and white.
Hold on.
Craig Elo. I'll pull up pictures of these motherfuckers. They don't even look like they should be basketball.
So Clyde Drexler wasn't good.
With the ball spot right here, yeah, he's great.
Portland wasn't good.
He came in the league in 1979.
So what?
He's old.
See, he
played in Portland. Okay. He had Duckworth. Okay. Kevin Duckworth was on his team, yo.
So who did Jordan have?
Was it Mitch Richmond? I don't even remember the motherfucker. It was who did Jordan have?
Yeah. Name him. Because you're saying Craig Elo, so put Craig Elo versus Craig Elo versus.
You wouldn't grow up in this era, so you don't.
I'm about to say, bro, I was like 2. Calm down.
Craig Elo versus
Scottie Pippen.
Okay, who else?
One of the best.
B.J. Armstrong.
These
guys were nice in that era.
You bring up B.J. Armstrong. Okay, bring up Craig Elo's stats. Let's bring up Craig Elo right now.
Craig Hodges. That guy was a bucket from 3.
No. B.J. Armstrong right now. Let's bring up Craig Elo and Mark Price, who you brought up. Let's bring up their stats because that's who you brought up as bullshit.
Position people.
That's who you brought up.
Are you going to look at points or total like box score? No. B.J. Armstrong played his role. Right? These guys, they had a good complete team.
So Luke Longley was an all-time. Luke Longley?
Nobody's saying all-time, motherfucker. I'm talking about...
Okay, but Patrick Ewing was an all-time.
I'm talking about complete teams. Patrick Ewing didn't have a good shooting guard.
Patrick Ewing didn't have a good shooting guard.
Who's their ball handler?
John Starks.
John Starks was a good point guard.
I mean, he was better than B.J. Armstrong.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! See, this is like you know nothing about. All you know is a highlight reel with Jordan.
Oh, wow.
No,
okay.
No.
So you're gonna say John
You're out of
Starks
your damn mind.
You're gonna say B.J. Armstrong.
Wait, who's
above
the
John
Derek
Starks.
Harper? Derek Harper, the second run. Derek Harper.
You said better than B.J. Armstrong. I just want to make sure we're clear right now.
Mind,
I just want to make sure we're clear right now.
We get into these, Carl. We get into these stupid arguments about this bullshit because he swears Jordan did no wrong ever. Did no wrong. Jordan could be on them Diddy tapes.
John Starks.
Like, yeah, well.
Okay, let's go BJ. Okay, 93-94, John Starks averaged 19 a game. 92-93, he averaged 18 a game. So let me go to BJ Armstrong because I don't think he ever cracked 10 double digits ever. So what do you mean? Okay, he's like double the.
Did I say he was better?
Yes, you did. You said BJ Armstrong is better than John Starks.
I'm saying as far as his role on those. Okay, let me.
What?
I have to look. BJ Arm. Can we? Is there a way to compare Armstrong?
Okay, here we go. I got you. 96-97, 7.9. 97-98, 3.9. 98-7-98, 4.2. 99, 2.2. 99, 4.7, 5.7. Are you kidding me right now? 9.9 and 91, 8.8 and 90. Come on, man. What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about right now? BJ
I just
Armstrong.
went basketball comparison. John Starks. Let's go, John Starks.
I can't believe you're saying John Starks.
I'm looking at
BJ
John
Armstrong.
Starks. I mean, you saying John Starks. I mean, from pure position player. Let me see Starks. I'm looking up. They have basketballcomparison.com. What a
It's
website.
so funny how these players used to play 82 back then. That to me is like.
Yeah, they was built different.
Yeah, it's definitely like LeBron. Let me see. When the last time LeBron played 82? Let me see.
What the fuck is this shit?
I think like 2017 or something. Last time LeBron played 82 games was... look at this. LeBron played 81 in 2008, guys.
Damn.
Wow. Oh, he played 82 in 2017-18. Okay. He's played 82 within 10 years. That's good. Okay. He played 55, 67, 45, 56, 55. What? They don't even play the whole season. What are you talking about? Of course, when you go to the playoffs, you're supposed to be fresh. You're supposed to be fresh to death.
All right. From a pure position standpoint, now if you look, never mind point totals and all that shit.
Well, what are you talking about? Never mind point totals.
No. Listen.
What are you
BJ
talking about?
Armstrong was a role player.
So was Starks.
No, Starks was the main. With that, they scored 80-something points a game. This guy scored a fourth of their points. He wasn't a role player. He was one of the main.
All right, so now you're putting him up there then.
No, I'm putting him in context, which you always miss.
Okay.
Jordan scored this and that. Okay, never mind, he missed 10 years of playoffs before he actually won anything. But it's okay.
But have
BJ
you looked at
Armstrong,
Pippen's stats during those
percentages,
series, though?
field goal percentage, 47%. 3-point, 4-point, 40% from the three. He was a 3-and-D guy.
He took less shots. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly, and he only ran. You know
why he
Jordan
took less shots?
Seasons.
Because he played with MJ, the greatest player of all time.
Then how do you?
Greatest player of all time. How many Hall of Famers? How many Hall of Famers has LeBron played with?
Points per game. 14
how many Hall of Famers has he
19.
played with? Chris Bosh,
LeBron,
Dwayne Wade,
Ray Allen.
Kyrie. Jordan was on the same team with the same guys.
Kyrie,
okay.
And then he's got
Luka right now.
He's got Luka.
Okay.
AD's gonna go to Hall of Fame.
Okay.
I mean, the list goes on. What do you mean? Okay, how many Hall of Famers
does that have
is
to do
MJ?
with anything?
What Hall of Famers? Like, it has everything to do with everything. Jordan played in the East when all those years he said he didn't make the playoffs. He was playing teams full of Hall of Famers. Celtics full of Hall of Famers. 3 or 4 in the starting lineup.
See, the difference is
Detroit,
LeBron's team.
3 or 4 in the lineup.
LeBron's teams
Knicks.
actually beat the Hall of fucking Famers. He beat Duncan. He
he
beat
played
Curry.
with Hall
He
of
beat
Famers.
Thompson. He beat Draymond. He beat Durant. He beat Russell Westbrook. He beat James Harden.
So did MJ.
He didn't beat none of those people. Who he beat? Sean Kemp?
No, what are you talking
Gary
about?
Payton? Gary Payton, nice.
Gary Payton. You don't remember when he came back the next year and they ran through Orlando with Shaq, who's probably.
I was waiting for that. I was waiting for the Orlando run.
Yeah, like come on.
They ran through Orlando. Didn't Orlando beat them the year before?
Yeah,
yes.
After he came from after he came back from playing
from
baseball, and he
retirement,
came back and they played him the next year.
Oh, he was ruining a baseball team, and he comes back and ruins their chances of winning a playoff game because he's fucking tired and shit. Look, dude, Jordan got lucky.
Oh.
The era of expansion, the era of people not knowing how to fucking pass the ball right. They were amazed. Like, you look at these highlight clips, they're like, Jordan went behind the back with the ball. They were like, oh my God, he's a fucking magician. He's a fucking sorcerer.
Kobe, you can literally do a mirror image, and Kobe and Jordan is like the same shit. You can literally silhouette them, and it's the same shit. That's a new that's a new
And look at Kobe's production. The only reason, and God bless the dead, sorry, Kobe, I'm about to disrespect you here. The only reason Kobe was successful later on in his career because he was a volume shooter. That nigga never averaged over 45% shooting probably in the last 5 years of his career because he took 60 shots a game.
But he mirrored MJ back to the basket as MJ later in his career.
But
when MJ started getting people that shimmy, MJ started doing that shimmy. It was over.
There's a difference between Craig Elo guarding you and a guy like, I don't even know who used to guard Kobe, LeBron or whoever. Okay. Right?
Hugh,
I'm going to give you the defenders are better. Hugh. You can't tell me that people who guarded MJ back then were any good at all.
Okay, Hugh, I'm going to give you one stat that will forever live in lexicon.
Those fucking losers.
I'm going to give you forever and ever, this will be the case. Forever and ever for professional sports. Forever and ever, this will be the case.
Mario here, like, what the fuck?
The people.
I'm just enjoying it. Just enjoying it.
The people that play professional sports, specifically basketball, look at Craig Elo's history. I guarantee you he was all state, all whatever, and other sports. I guarantee you that. Look at their back.
What? There niggas that didn't even make it to the second season that were all state, all conference.
I'm talking about the athletes in basketball, the top athletes in the fucking world. They're top in everything. They have pick and choose.
They are.
Basketball, track, football.
They are.
Baseball, whatever the fuck you want to play, you are the top echelon. You pick basketball. Like, you don't tell me these guys were not athletes. The game was they did not allow for you to play a certain way back then. It was the show. They could all dribble. Are you kidding me? Rucker existed for many years. Okay, if you would go to Rucker in the 70s, you would see motherfuckers get shook up like nobody's business. In the 60s, in the 50s, motherfuckers was getting shake and bake. It's now more in the league because the league has been dying. So the league is no viewership. The league has no viewership. It's still the highest.
What are you talking about?
The highest rated finals.
Dog, we talked about this
already. It's still the Bulls finals.
Nobody watches TVs anymore. They watch the shit on their motherfucking phone.
Okay.
Nigga, that Nielsen does not track your motherfucking phone.
Well, you know what's so funny?
My nigga, you are fucking crazy. You're talking about niggas standing in front of a fucking TV having watch parties. I don't even want to go outside my house at night because I'm afraid of getting shot. You're talking about everybody gathering around a TV, having watch parties like it's 1988.
Hold on.
Because your neighbor got a big, Sean, your neighbor got a big Zenith 27-inch TV. Let's go watch MJ play. No, it don't work that way. Everybody has an 80-inch screen on their wall. Everybody can watch the shit on the NBA app. They ain't tracking that shit.
I have a question.
You out your fucking mind comparing that shit.
I have a question.
Out your fucking mind.
Did you ever watch golf before Tiger Woods?
Hell no.
I don't watch golf. I never watched Tiger. I never watched golf. I paid attention to it because Tiger was there.
Dude that was like, he can't come into the fucking clubhouses. This is not going to work. We need fried chicken in here. Tiger Woods came in day fucking one, and guess what started happening? People started watching that motherfucker on TV.
My father
Millions.
My father is an avid golf watcher.
This is in 97.
And he will say straight up, he did not start watching golf. He did not pick up a club till Tiger starts winning.
Okay, I'm talking about how they consume the shit now. He's pointing out bullshit that doesn't even matter anymore.
Hold up, I'm just trying to hear him out.
If you are that guy, when Shohei Ohtani, in today's era, when motherfuckers watch on their phones, you're not going to sit here and tell me the fucking Q rating did not go up through the roof for
I started watching LA games. Yes. When Mookie and Ohtani started playing, I started watching
the numbers are not as high as they were
it's not about as
back
high.
in that
I'm talking about there's certain people that move the needle. What is it? You could put
LeBron has kept the league alive.
LeBron
since 2003.
He's
Oh
on my
God.
Mount Rushmore.
He's
on
the
my Mount
only
Rushmore.
person
but
that's
he's
kept
never
this
been
league alive.
exciting to watch for me. He's never been exciting to watch for me. There's certain players to me
because
that,
you're
that
living
are
in the
exciting
fucking
to watch.
past.
Allen Iverson. No, it's just certain players that have that it, and you see them, and you're like, that
Like the
motherfucker's
youngest
just
love Steph.
Yes,
you out your fucking
Steph.
mind. You don't
Steph
watch
exciting to
LeBron.
watch for me.
You don't watch
Steph is
LeBron
exciting
play
to
and not
watch.
get excited. Like you don't. You know why? Because he.
I don't watch whatchamacallit on the Clippers and get excited either, which I think he's a great player. Kawhi Leonard. I don't get excited
boring
watching
as fuck
him
because he's not exciting to watch.
But I look at LeBron very similarly.
Yo, Bron it's a dunk contest and he's flipping the ball. He's dramatic. All types of shit.
Playing with D Wade and Bosh. I thought that was.
You don't think that those numbers, the things that he's even doing today? Are you crazy? Are you not paying attention?
Certain players have.
Are you not paying? This nigga did a windmill 360 dunk the other day, and you're not paying attention.
When they came at the greatest players, and MJ stepped
Jordan
on that fucking
sticks
stage,
out his tongue and does some random shit that everybody does nowadays. You're going, oh my God, he's the god.
The players that play say he's the god. The players that are his constituency say he's the god.
They don't because you asked. Carter, you follow this shit. When these young niggas talk about these YNs talk about who their greatest players, the white ones, the young YNs, white ones, and the black ones. What do they say?
Says he's the greatest
LeBron,
player.
right? They don't like
LeBron
MJ's cool, but I seen my cousin
okay, but
do
you
that
gotta
same
understand, like we talking about 30 years removed though.
Yes. I know he doesn't. He's still living 30 years ago when this shit mattered.
No,
if you look at these guys doing these stupid little,
but to his
like
point,
shooting underhanded free throws,
bro.
back
To
in
his
1950,
point, when I was my third birthday party was Space Jam themed in '96. I barely knew shit about basketball, but I knew to stick my tongue out when I shot a basketball.
Okay,
Jordan did.
And
there's a whole generation that says Kobe when they throw a piece of shit in the trash.
So and a generation had that with LeBron, but I feel like that LeBron era has the YNs that's wearing the ski mask and it's the Currys and all that shit now.
Yeah, but you know what they still wear? They still wear those J's. They still wear those J's. Ain't nobody wearing
LeBron like, he's run the league
Michael
for X
had
amount
it
of
all.
years.
Michael had it where you wanted to be like him. Nobody wants to be like LeBron. I'm just saying.
Nobody wants to
people
be like
wanted to be
LeBron?
like MJ. No, people, the swag.
Luka literally said he wanted to be like LeBron. Chet Holmgren, fucking,
he had to say
all
that.
These young motherfuckers want to be like LeBron. What are you talking about?
LeBron,
Jason Tatum, my favorite player was LeBron.
That LeBron
all the superstars.
Where's the LeBron Barbie? Let me see the
and
J's.
that was his favorite players, KD.
Let me see the J's. Pull him up. Let me see the J's on his feet.
He's not
the
wearing
LeBron
J's,
Barbie.
He's wearing dunks. He's wearing dunks.
He wearing Terminators or some shit. I can't remember.
Yeah, wearing like Terminator dunks. Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day,
they're delusional. Jordan's first shoe wasn't even original. They modeled it after the Nike Dunk. It looks the same as a Nike fucking Dunk.
But you know
what?
what?
Put some wings
People not
on
wearing LeBron. People not wearing LeBrons for fashion.
Because nobody gets a fucking performance shoe. Nobody wears that shit. Maybe back in like the early 2010s
performance
or something.
Shoe. Last I checked, MJ played in.
Have you looked at a Michael Jordan sneaker recently? Have you looked at that? It looks like a fucking space shoe, nigga.
In his sneakers.
He's out of his fucking
MJ played in his sneakers.
They used to make them back then. A sneaker looked like a sneaker because they didn't have the design, know how to make it more aerodynamic and lightweight and all this shit. They had to put bulky shit on it because that's what they made sneakers out of.
Even more. He averaged 30 points a game playing in the cement shoes.
What?
You just saying how bad his sneakers were for performance.
All sneakers back then were bad for performance.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. He averaged 30 points a game with bad
shooting 47% and taking the bulk of the team shot.
No, he shot 50. He shot 50%.
Okay,
his career 50%.
Why did his
50% as a shooting guard?
Did he do that
as a shooting
career?
guard?
Did he do
50%? Yes, his career 50%.
His whole career. I recall him averaging 20 something, 19 or something like that his last year, scoring 2 points in one game, like doing all types of shit that LeBron's never done in his 40s.
He's never played 82. You're right. He's never played 82 in his 40s. You are absolutely right. No. LeBron. I will set the record. LeBron will never play 80. LeBron will never play 82 games again in his career.
Yeah, but he will play 22, 23, 24 seasons maybe. That's the difference.
That's fine.
He played more games than MJ.
MJ every time.
That doesn't matter though, right? Just as long as he did 82 games in one season. So if MJ only played, look, to guys like him. Like Michael Jordan's career spanned 6 years with 2 breaks in between them. And Washington never happened. The first half of his career never happened.
No,
the years that he was injured, he missed half a season. He sat out games.
He still averaged 30
They padded his stats. They made up stats for him. Proven made up stats. Like they said, they listed like the team having they listed one team having 3 turnovers the whole game, and on the stat sheet it said MJ had 5 steals in that game. How do you have 5 steals with 3 turnovers? I don't know. It's just MJ's just as magic, right? It's just magical. It doesn't matter.
So I had this argument with Hugh before. I said, Hugh, if you want to make that argument and you want to confirm, right, there was a game that they gave him 2-3 extra steals. I said, let's give him 100 extra steals. Who gives a fuck? It's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's a rounding error. It's not going to change how you feel for a 15, 16-year career.
But see, the facts. So let's say the Bureau say facts don't care about your feelings.
I mean,
your feelings are so hard for this man.
Get me to the point. If you say they stole,
you let this man rub his semen on your chest because you are that in love with him.
But Hugh,
you be like, yo, you would let you would literally let that man because it's Jordan.
You have to make the point. You have to make the point where it's not a rounding error. You're saying, they took 3 steals.
That's a rounding error?
Yes.
Multiple times during the season.
Okay, multiple times.
With videotape.
Okay, let's say there's 100. Let's say
he won Defensive Player of the Year that year.
100. Let's say there's.
It probably was 100, maybe 1,000.
Okay, let's say it's 200. I will go to his career steals minus 200. It's the same it's the same, and then divided by his total games, and it's a fucking rounding error. It's the same like Gretzky. It's the same like Gretzky. Ovechkin just won the points thing, right? 895. You can literally subtract all of Gretzky's 895 goals, and he's still the all-time points leader. What are we talking about? Before Kareem was not the leading all-time scorer, nobody said Kareem was the GOAT. Everybody said MJ was. Nobody said, because he has the most
Chicago
points in
said
the league.
he was the GOAT.
Then all of a sudden,
MJ,
LeBron has the most points ever. Then all of a sudden, that's some kind of thing that we should accommodate him for. No, nobody cares about that.
Nobody cares about how many points you score.
Okay. No, because nobody does. Because if that was the case, there's a lot of people that have more points than a lot of other people that I would not put them.
LeBron has the most points in NBA history,
and I'm not saying
playoffs and regular season.
Okay, but
MJ doesn't do that. Never did that.
But at the same time, does it account to 6 championships? Does it account to
Bill
Defensive
Russell
Player
has
of the Year?
12,
does it account to
something like
as
that?
A guard, he got Defensive Player of the Year, MVP,
off of padded stats,
regular. Oh my, padded stats, Finals MVP. You know what was padded stats? Karl Malone getting the fucking MVP when he should have gotten it. That was a padded stat. No reason
that happened to LeBron in 2018. He should have won it over James Harden.
And I'll give you that.
But it doesn't matter. They don't give it to the same guy 9 years. LeBron should have won MVP at least 12 times.
At least 12 MJ should have won it MJ should have basically run it every year. I mean, most valuable player
every year.
Every year,
even when they was losing,
championship.
LeBron been to the final 8 times.
If you take Jordan off
out of those, 10 times, and out of those years, he was arguably the best player in the league every year. He should have won 10 MVPs already.
Well, how many times?
They gave it to Randos. They gave it to Kevin Durant. They gave it to James Harden. They gave it to Russell Westbrook for averaging a triple-double and losing. It's all about narratives. It's all about the story behind how you got there. If it's the same story, I'm the best player on the best team every year.
I don't think LeBron is the greatest player ever. MJ is the greatest player ever.
A lot of people logically about it. You just look at it from a nostalgia standpoint.
A lot of NBA players.
This degenerate gambler who had his father killed, dunking from half court with his tongue out. With his tongue out, and you're happy. You're like, oh my God, I remember those days when Jordan did X, Y, and Z, and then bulky ass shoes that I wear casually now that hurt my feet. Fuck out of here, yo.
And Jordan played 80 or more games 11 times in his 11 seasons in his career.
Who gives a fuck?
That's the thing. You don't care about that. I think it's harder to play every game, and then go bust ass in the playoffs and score 50 and have 50 pieces in the playoffs. I think that's harder. I think it's harder.
Bulls teams ran through a bunch of G League motherfuckers.
It's not about running through. It's not about running through. It's about coming to work every goddamn day, and then you go to the playoffs and you bust ass still. I think that's harder.
LeBron's done that for 20 years.
No, he hasn't.
For 20
years.
You think
it's the same? You think
arguably
it's the
20
same?
years.
You think it's the same to play 62?
You don't go to the finals 11 times, I think, in his career.
But again,
11. Jordan's only been to the finals 6 times.
Hugh, 6-0.
Jordan's been to the finals 16 years in the league. 6-0. So 10 years. No, 10 years in the league, he only been in the finals 6 times. And he beat mediocre teams. Mediocre West Coast teams.
Well, guess what?
Fucking fat Charles Barkley.
Guess what? LeBron lost to mediocre teams. Guess what?
Kevin Johnson's not even the Hall of Fame, by the way.
Guess what? LeBron was a higher seed in the first fucking round with home court advantage. And guess what?
They got the ass.
First round exit. And he was
the favorite. He's only been a favorite in the finals once.
No. I'm saying first round.
Once.
First round.
Sean.
When was Jordan a favorite in the first round and got swept, basically?
No. Jordan has been a favorite every round
in the first round.
Of that run.
In the first round?
Every round. Every round of that run, he was the favorite.
In the first round, when did he get
every round of that run, his team was the favorite because they were a very good team. I ain't gonna lie, they're a very good team.
When he got
LeBron took fucking Alexander Varejao and some bald Ukrainian guy to the finals in 2007 against 3 Hall of Fame Spurs and got swept. Yes.
Oh, of course.
Jordan couldn't do that.
Who did they play?
Jordan had a better team than him in the 80s and in the mid 80s and whatever. And couldn't even get out the first round.
You know the Eastern Conference was fucking 10,000 times better.
Couldn't get out. Okay. Yeah, because they had Larry Bird.
No, Hall of Famers. Detroit Hall of Famers, the whole
but they
3 out of the starting lineup.
Even if he got past Bird and the Pistons,
when Jordan dropped 63,
he's not going to beat the Lakers in the finals.
When Jordan dropped 63
he wouldn't
in Boston,
even beat Portland in the finals.
When Jordan dropped 63 and they lost that game, that Boston had only lost 1 fucking game the entire season at home. The entire season.
They lost.
This is the stuff I'm talking about. But this is what I'm talking about.
He lost the game. This is what they do. This is what these Jordan people do. He loses the fucking game, and they're like, "Oh my god, it was the greatest performance ever." This nigga scored 63 in a losing game.
Yeah,
they won that game.
No, they didn't.
No, they lost that game.
They lost
in Boston.
Yeah.
No. They got swept.
But I will say this:
it was so amazing.
I will say this to LeBron's credit. It has taken them.
LeBron, look,
up to now,
they give zero credit.
It's taking him now to lose as many first round exits as it took Jordan in like a quarter of the time.
I agree. Look, but it's a different Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference is
oh my god!
What am I talking about?
What was the Eastern Conference when Jordan was in that run? Who was good in the East?
Okay. Knicks.
The Knicks. You're saying the Knicks were their competition? The Knicks.
Detroit.
Detroit was nothing. No. Detroit did not get good until the early 2000s.
What? Hold on, Hugh. Did you watch basketball in the 90s? Yeah,
no,
I was gonna say
they never beat the Pistons. They never beat the Pistons. Besides when they got old.
Who was good? You asked who was good.
Pistons were not good. They were injured and shit when they beat them.
What year are you talking about? That Pistons.
I'm talking about when they went on their run. When they finally beat the Pistons.
No, I'm talking about, you said what teams were good. I said the reason why Jordan was not getting through the Eastern Conference because the Eastern Conference was better. And you said, who did they have?
There were great teams.
And I started naming teams. They were all-time
great teams.
Era?
All-time Miami was good. Miami was good. They won a finals in 2006.
Hugh, please, I want you to be honest.
2008 Celtics?
Okay, no. I want you to be honest about this.
2008 Celtics.
Okay.
You don't think Garnett, Ray Allen?
Okay.
Paul Pierce? Are you serious?
Okay.
LeBron beat the shit out of them all in their fucking prime.
Okay.
None of them niggas was old when LeBron beat them. None of them.
Here's a question I have for you.
They were old when they went to Brooklyn.
What would you consider LeBron's era? What would you consider from what year to what year? What year to what year? What would you consider LeBron's era?
I would say 2007 to 2021.
Okay. And
that's a long time.
Yeah. And
that's a lot of seasons.
No. I really like that. And does he have the most championships during his era? Because you named his era. You said it's LeBron's era. Did he win the most championships during his era? It's his era,
he's
right?
Tied for the most, yeah.
4. Tied for the most. So what would you say was MJ's era? What years? Because who was eating? Who was eating off of MJ's plate
90s.
when it was his era?
His era?
Nobody.
Nobody. Actually, his era
he left for 2 years, and guess what? One team won both
back-to-back. No. His era. No. His era was 85.
Where he was dominating.
His rookie year. Yeah.
Oh, so you
as an individual player? Are you talking about as an individual player? As a team?
His era,
this is where you fuck things up. Dog.
I'm giving you the same benefit of the doubt.
No. You're fucking things up. You're saying to
his
me.
Era. You name it.
LeBron's era as an individual player was 2006 to 2021.
Okay.
Jordan's era as an individual player was 85 till
so dominating. Okay, let me redefine this. When 98, 99. The era of LeBron,
and it was all downhill from there.
Okay, the number one player in the league.
He was the best dog. He dropped 28 a game in his fucking freshman year.
Here's my thing.
He was average, dog. Numbers, stat wise, Jordan was the man.
Okay. So who else? So who has?
But his team sucked.
Okay. Who has 6 or more championships?
Who gives a fuck?
That's all I like to see. Because you're
then Bill Russell should be your man. Then shut the fuck up.
I'm talking about. Let's go to anything. Dope. Let's go to anything. Who's the man and whatever?
Selling dope. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying. In my opinion, I'm trying to give you an operation of my mind.
That's an opinion.
In my mind. No, I'm not. I'm saying it's an opinion. Yes, I give you that. But I'm saying how we don't get to the same place. In my opinion, in my mind, if we bring a plate of food and in your profession, whatever it is, if the man, the number one guy, doesn't eat the most, then in my opinion, that's me. That's how I operate. You don't operate that way. I think whoever eats just as much as that person is not the man. They're sharing it with another person. MJ didn't share a goddamn thing. He won 6-0, finals, MVPs, Defensive Player of the Year. He wasn't sharing a goddamn thing. Nothing.
For the first 9 years of his career.
I'm talking about nobody left in his era with 6 or more rings. Nobody.
His era was 1985.
Even after he left, nobody has 6 or more rings. Nobody. He hasn't played he hasn't played in 24 years, and nobody has 6 or more rings.
Again,
nobody has 5. I mean, just like, come on. Who's the man? And you still didn't do what MJ did during your fucking tenure. For 22 years.
Let's use Steph Curry.
I'm just saying, do what MJ did for a longer time.
No. Let's just say Steph Curry, because he's at that level of LeBron as far as superstar status, right? He did it with the same team. So there's two other guys that did it with him, Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. But Steph is the top guy, right? Did Steph win?
About KD.
No, KD only won 2 chips with them.
I mean, when he was there, he was the man.
Yeah, he was MVP.
Okay, yeah.
He was the best player on the team.
Okay, yeah, he was. But what's the difference? LeBron won 4. Who was the best player on all LeBron's teams? LeBron, right?
I'm not saying.
He won 4 finals
I told
MVPs.
you LeBron's on my Mount Rushmore.
Steph Curry, Andre Iguodala won an MVP over Steph Curry. Kevin Durant won the other 2. Steph won it once with Golden State,
but
in the finals once. That's not the greatest player on the team. He didn't show up and show out in the finals.
I'm saying, if you are the man, if you are the person, if you are the alpha,
so you can't even say to me.
If you are the apex, if you are the alpha, there were men that played with Jordan that were other apexes and alphas, and they went to Jordan and said, "No, that's the motherfucker." MJ. Magic Johnson, that's the motherfucker. Bird, that
HIV Johnson?
No. When MJ dropped fucking 63 in Boston Garden, he said literally after the game, I just saw fucking Jesus play in basketball shoes. I just saw God play. And like, the motherfuckers wasn't saying, like, I'm just trying to explain something to you. It was
because they never saw anybody play like that. There's motherfuckers in the G League doing the same shit Jordan does now. What are you talking about?
Okay. I like when things translate. You don't feel like Jordan got lucky winning 6-0 rings. I don't think that was luck. I think it was dedication.
You're looking at
playing every game
versus actual.
Bro, you can anybody. You see all the videos come out. Craig Hodges is doing a bunch of shit right now on podcasts. He's like, yo, I never saw MJ lose a fucking suicide. It went all through and through. The motherfucker was
what
not.
Does that have to do with anything? Kobe's the same way. Kobe only won 5 chips.
So for me,
what are you talking about?
There's levels to this shit to me. You play
Kobe
82,
lost a lot. MJ lost a lot. They all lost. LeBron has made it to the finals half of his fucking career.
It's not about losing a lot. I'm just talking about he played on Chicago. Yes, he had that stint obviously with the Wizards, but he played on one fucking team and he got through the hard times.
I get it.
And
I get what you're saying.
And did what he had to do. Resilient.
When Bron has carried.
He went
carried teams on his back in a competitive nature. He was the only guy averaging 45 points.
Dwayne Wade was the man on Miami. Dwayne Wade, when LeBron went to Miami, that was Dwayne Wade's team. That was Dwayne Wade's team.
The first, that one
yes, the first year.
That's the only thing. That's the
Dwayne
only
Wade
thing
already had that
hardware.
Dwayne Wade already had that hardware.
Okay.
LeBron was going over to him to figure out how to get that done.
Exactly.
So, that's what I'm saying.
Because he never had real help.
Could you imagine?
He didn't have Scottie
going
Pippen.
To the Lakers,
he didn't have
MJ
Shaq
going
either.
to the Knicks, MJ going to a rival. No, MJ wanted to get that shit out of the mud. I respect that. I give him an extra notch. Yes, he has Scottie Pippen, but look at go back and look at what Scottie Pippen did on some of these games that they lost, some of these first round exits. Look at Scottie Pippen's stats and look at MJ's stats. I know you put Scottie Pippen up there, and I do as well. But look at those early years and look at Scottie Pippen's stats. Look at the comparison. See the comparison.
Pippen came in the league, what, 87? He
was like,
86?
Yeah, he was like around the same 87, 88, some.
Yeah, and then they got what's his name with the goggles, and then they started winning.
Look, Scottie Pippen.
88 was when they started winning.
So look,
and they beat the.
So Scottie Pippen. Here we go.
And
so
I don't care about Scottie Pippen's numbers. My point is that LeBron, on sheer skill and competitive nature alone, has carried teams that weren't worth a lick of shit all the way to the finals against the best competition in the world at that time. Jordan had a very good competitive team that won a ton of games. If you look at the numbers, they won almost damn near 60 games a season and were favorites every round of the playoffs when they were winning. And they beat mediocre, like teams that never made the finals before. Phoenix never made the finals. Fucking Sonics made the finals only once with a young Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. Phoenix, well, you said Phoenix. I said Phoenix already. Who else they beat in the finals? I don't even remember. They beat a bunch of shitty teams in the finals, bro.
Hold on. So you don't remember this?
So you don't remember?
So you don't remember? So I guess you forget the
they beat
Dallas
them Lakers, right? The Lakers.
I guess you
first ring.
But the Lakers, they were injured.
I guess you forget the Dallas series. I guess you forget when Miami. I guess you forget when fucking LeBron disappeared in the finals against.
No, I just told you that is the only time where I feel like LeBron failed. In his career.
And that's
as
what
an
I'm
individual
saying.
contributor, as an individual.
Perfect. Yes, perfect. Q. That's what I'm saying, and that's the part that I'm saying. There's a big disconnect.
And Jordan failed 9 times before that.
No, I'm talking about to you. Give me the time that Jordan collapsed in the finals.
What doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter for finals. It matters for Jordan fans. It doesn't matter for LeBron fans.
He had help, and I'm not. I'm giving you that.
He had help. Who was on the LeBron team? Hold on, you said who was on the LeBron team when he lost against Dallas? Who was on that team? Who was on that team?
Everybody, Bosh, Wade, everybody. But it's a team sport, bro.
Hall of Famers.
It's a team sport. If LeBron can't, if LeBron's not pulling his weight, the other guys should be pulling their weight too.
Then it's his fault. He's the man. He's the King James. That's what I'm saying.
And again,
that's what I'm saying. When MJ went to the finals, it was game over. Good night. Bye bye.
Take over.
Bye bye.
When he made it he didn't make it to the finals until he had a really good team.
You really can. You LeBron fans can discredit 6-0 in the finals.
I'm not discrediting that.
Yes, you are. You said when he did, he got lucky.
Why do you discredit Bill Russell?
He didn't play nobody. I don't discredit Bill Russell.
Oh my God!
Discredit him.
Then he should be your GOAT because this motherfucker at Finals MVP every year. Okay. Even that white dude, that fucking I made a comparison video about the two.
Let me just
that motherfucker.
I'm gonna break this down. Then I gotta. But here's what I think about with GOAT.
Dead wrong, yo. You just love this nostalgia bullshit.
Here's what I think about as GOAT, in my opinion. Intangible, right? The influence that someone has over the league. Okay, I put that in a factor of GOAT category. The influence, the marketability, all of that is a big factor into like pushing the league forward. MJ, I mean, to this point, I don't even think we've seen anything like it as far as that. But number two.
Steph Curry probably even
come on. Number two.
They look at that old MJ shit like, what the fuck is he doing?
They
even play
number
defense?
two.
Like, what the fuck
the it factor of like the competitiveness, run through a wall, I want to fucking murder you to win a game. That I'm gonna play every game no matter what. All 82. I put that high on the list when it comes to GOAT category. I do. I mean, I just do. I put that high. Number 3, defensive. Both sides of the coin. MJ was a 9-time first-team defensive player. 9-time. Okay. He won Defensive Player of the Year. I put that high, especially as a guard. Number four. The
year he won it, they padded his stats.
Number 4.
And LeBron got robbed of Defensive Player of the Year. That one time. But Marc Gasol won it. Like, that didn't even make no fucking sense.
Number 4, the overall bag that you have. I'm not putting LeBron's bag as far as a tool player against MJ. I'm sorry. You can do that if you want to. But run down the court and you overpower 60%
LeBron has an
of your shots
interior game. And he can do everything. LeBron can do everything.
Again, I'm not
MJ again played in an era where that shit was unheard of.
I'm not even going to talk about footwork and how Jordan played. I mean, if you want to put LeBron in that category, have at it. Look, Olajuwon's one of my favorite on the footwork side on as a center. You may put Shaq, not me. That's just me personally. So
Olajuwon was very skilled.
Didn't have a long career like Shaq. And the last segment of this is how you perform in the finals. And to me, LeBron's been to the finals a shit ton of times, and Jordan still has more championships. I feel like that's a slight a chink on his armor.
It's a competition thing. And who did you face in the finals versus
who did you get through to get to the finals, though? That's what I'm saying. You have more chances.
He beat up an old Pistons team. Yeah, I don't even know. I'll have to look through it.
The East was the most competitive in the 90s.
No, it wasn't. No, it was not the most competitive in the 90s.
Okay.
That's the expansion era. They had a bunch of new teams, and all the superstars are concentrated in certain places. The best teams, you're saying like maybe the Knicks in the East. I don't even think anybody else compared to like the Knicks and maybe Miami, Orlando, and Miami. Maybe those are the only teams that had decent teams in the 90s, and they were nothing compared to the Bulls. None of those teams.
So okay,
Orlando and then Orlando with Penny and Shaq were the closest thing to it. They almost beat them. With Jordan, mind you, Jordan, if Jordan they would have beat Orlando with Pippen. I mean, with Penny and Shaq, probably would have beat Jordan, like realistically, if he was still playing there.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
that's all I'm saying, bro.
I mean,
y'all don't know.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
You don't understand what I'm talking about.
I don't understand. So let me get this straight. So when Detroit Pistons in '89 beat Lakers 4-0 in the finals, that was a bad team, right? Because that was
Pistons beat who in the finals?
Yeah. Pistons beat Lakers 4-0, swept them.
Okay.
Swept them. Okay. And they won it again.
What year?
They won it again the next year.
Yeah.
88, 89. They won it again the next year, 89, 90.
Joe Dumars used to shut down Michael Jordan a lot. And he shut down Magic, too. Joe Dumars shut down Magic, but you forget that he shut down Jordan.
See, this is what you do.
This is what I do. I'm telling you, there was a guy who shut down your man so he couldn't get out of the playoffs.
You literally go, the East was shit. There was nobody in the East in the 90s. And then I talk about something. You say, oh, no, that person was
I'm talking about Jordan's era. Joe Dumars was old when Jordan started winning. Isaiah Thomas was old and washed when Jordan started winning.
Hugh, you're saying the 90s. 90s. Okay, 90s.
Now he's saying, I'm turning it into, see what he does? See what he's doing?
I don't understand what you want.
You gotta jump in here and just say something.
No, I don't know what you want.
Brother, I don't even know what the debate is anymore. Like, are we, because I'm still trying to understand. This is how people must look at me when we talk about Drake and Kendrick. Are we discrediting Jordan as being like a GOAT? Because I'm lost.
No, I'm not. I'm saying.
So what is your stance?
Okay, my stance is that his greatness is a fraud. It's made up by a bunch of old motherfuckers who are holding on to old memories. Because
that's outlandish to say.
No, it's not outlandish to say.
Yes,
because if that's the case, because they did this, like, my dad would say Kareem was the greatest, or Bill Russell was the greatest because of their pedigree, because of how many championships they won, how long they played, all that shit. Jordan got lucky. He got lucky because two things.
The guy who beat those people you just mentioned?
Who?
Jordan. He got lucky?
Yeah, he did. Because the time when Isaiah.
So at this point, we're just discrediting Jordan as a skillful, masterful basketball player.
He's if not the best, one of the best point. I mean,
so what is the argument then?
The argument is who's having or has a better career. LeBron has had a better career.
Statistically, based off certain accolades, yes, but Jordan also is a 6-time championship GOAT.
So is Bill Russell.
Yeah,
Bill Russell won 11.
But what was Bill Russell's contribution to his team in comparison to Michael Jordan's?
He was the MVP.
And then you said using your logic, he was playing a bunch of old motherfuckers from the 1940s.
The games are different. The games, each era is different.
You said
okay. So in his era, like Sean was saying, Michael Jordan was that nigga.
Yeah, exactly. And the East was
East
was the toughest. East was the toughest. Detroit won back-to-back championships in 89 and 90, back-to-back championships. Jordan came in 90, 91, 92, 93, back-to-back-to-back. Right?
He retired.
They beat Lakers 4-1, Portland 4-2, Phoenix 4-2. And then Houston, one team when he left. One team won back-to-back. Houston won back-to-back. And then guess what happened after that? 95-96, Bulls. 96-97, Bulls. 97-98, Bulls. Do you see a trend? Do you see a trend here?
Dennis Rodman.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan.
LeBron has had
Dennis Rodman, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan.
But I'm saying, you acting like Kyrie's not a Hall of Famer. You acting like Kevin Love.
You can argue with Chris Bosh,
yes,
Dwayne Wade.
I'm saying that he had the privilege of having a very good team. But you act like he did it by himself. This is the problem with these Jordan people.
I'm not acting like he did it by himself.
But you got to admit, every time LeBron won, minus that amazing categorical season with beating the Warriors, like one of the LeBron championships happened on the bubble year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yikes. Yeah. That's a big asterisk. That's a question mark.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what I'm saying? Bro, why? Why?
It's just like the 55-game season with the Knicks went to the finals.
Are they all not professional athletes that were playing in the bubble?
See, now you're using that argument. You can say that wasn't all the people that Jordan played.
No. I know it's a weaker championship, but it's also the same argument as saying that it was an expansion era for Jordan where it got it so easy.
So was all 6 of Jordan rings during
the second half of his run was the expansion era. There was teams that only won like 15 games. There was like 4 or 5 teams on each conference that won 15 games or some shit. There was such shitty competition back then.
What year are you talking about?
The second run. That was the expansion era when they brought in Toronto and the Charlotte and all that, whatever teams, whatever fucking teams were at the bottom run.
It's just like anything else. Those teams weren't gonna be in this teams right now. So you know what the funny thing is? There's play-in games now.
Okay, if you're the best,
they're letting everybody into fucking playoffs now. So
the play-in actually makes it a little more fairer to get teams at that mid-level because now it's so competitive. They're
letting too many teams in.
The difference between the top and the bottom and the middle is so far. Like the middle teams now have 50 wins. Dude,
but I'm saying, Hugh,
50 wins are the middle teams now. Hugh, that's crazy.
So again,
this year the 50 teams.
You can however you want to slice it.
Look at the stats.
However you want to slice it.
Go look at the conferences back then. The bottom teams, none of them won more than 30 games.
However you want to slice it, Hugh.
None of them won more than 30 games.
However you want to slice it, Hugh.
That's a 20-game differential. And sometimes a 30-game winner might sneak into the playoffs like MJ's team.
Other people were eating a lot during LeBron's era. Tim Duncan was eating a lot. Steph was eating a lot during LeBron's era.
Tim Duncan ate during Jordan's era.
What are you talking about? Hold on,
Duncan
are you
won a
confused?
chip in the 99 or the 97 or some shit, right? When did he win a chip? In the late 90s. They won a chip in the late 90s.
He didn't win the chip until Jordan left.
Yeah. Well, they
that
won
was in the late 90s, though, like 99 or some shit.
They won in the 2000s, late 2000s.
No, the Spurs won in the 90s. They had with David Robinson or some shit. David Robinson's last year. David Robinson
after Jordan retired.
Yeah.
After Jordan retired. 98. Yeah, after Jordan retired. Yes. That's
Jordan
what I'm
retired
saying.
for the third time?
But
this nigga had to take year off breaks to go gamble and fucking...
Hugh. But here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying, and this is the glaring thing you don't understand. LeBron didn't
never
have
took
to
a break.
Yes, and nobody had him to need to take a break for them.
He went to 8 straight finals. 8 straight finals. Pretty much by himself for most of those shits.
But other people were winning a lot more than he was winning in the finals, Hugh, and that's what I'm saying.
Random teams that were great.
Yes,
the Golden State fucking Warriors.
And you know when Jordan went to the finals, no one won. And you know when Jordan wasn't in the league, other people won. Other people created dynasties.
When he wasn't making the finals, he left the league and his team sucked.
So where was Houston? When Jordan had a first three-peat and a second three-peat? Where was Houston? How come in between his 2 three-peats, all of a sudden Houston wins back-to-back? Where the fuck were they the year before? Where were the year after that?
I don't know. I don't know the history of it. Somebody got injured. The team fell apart. Somebody signed with somebody else that was good.
And then all of a sudden, when Jordan retires, all of a sudden the Spurs are a dynasty. All of a sudden, They got lucky.
No, it wasn't because they had David Robinson and the #1 draft pick of fucking what's
but
his
I'm
name?
saying people
and the
get
best
number one
coach in the
draft
league,
picks
and they were
Jordan's
still
era.
they were putting up 50+ win seasons before while Jordan was in the league.
This to you well
the
enough.
Spurs
People
were
get
always good,
picks.
and then they get Manu Ginobili and fucking what's his name?
But we can point
Duncan.
to people that get good players and all of those things. We can point to those things happening. The league doesn't stop making trades and
and Jordan, when these good players got in the league, or when another team started showing dominance, what did Jordan ironically do? I want to play baseball. I want to retire.
So you try to say, okay, on that note, I got to go. You try to say he
ran. The man decides when he wants to play.
You try to say Jordan ran away from some shit. Come on.
He did. I think he did. To be honest, that should be the argument now.
He was scared of competition.
He was scared of competition, yeah. I think so. Okay. I think so. At this point.
All right.
Because those those are pretty damn good teams that could have beat the Bulls.
Okay.
Ironically.
Yeah.
You got
So,
Orlando
and then
almost
Jordan
took
came
him
back.
out a couple times.
Houston won 2 in a row. Jordan came back into the three-peat again.
They got Dennis Rodman to beat Orlando.
Three-peat.
They had to get Dennis Rodman.
He did it twice. Hugh, he did it twice. I mean, come on. He did it twice. Right. I mean, motherfuckers that play in rec league, if they didn't play in a year, would suck. Playing rec league, he came back and won 3 in a row again. Yeah. I don't give a fuck who he's playing with. I don't care who he's playing with. I mean, there was a team with the Lakers that had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, Kobe.
Old. Oh my God.
Shaq and Kobe weren't old.
Karl Malone coming off the bench.
And you know what? The Detroit Pistons beat them in the finals in 5 games. They didn't even win 2 games. So you're going to tell me a team with Shaq and Kobe can't win 2 games against Detroit Pistons? And you're not even going to put Detroit Pistons from the 90s
playoffs?
up there?
Did you watch those playoffs when Kobe couldn't hit a damn shot?
So you're going to say Isaiah
You don't
Thomas,
put that against him, though. He had a meltdown in the finals. He had a meltdown in the finals, too. Wow. Didn't he refuse to play in a playoff game?
So we're gonna put so Rip Hamilton
in the game 7.
Okay, so I know what it is.
Talking about giving all these guys out the eye of the tiger and all this other bullshit.
Rip Hamilton, and Chauncey Billups. You're putting up there with Isaiah Thomas, Joe Dumars. You're putting up there with those guys.
I think as a team, that Detroit Pistons team, Ben. Okay. What was his name?
You
Ben
say
Johnson
how Jordan had all these great teams.
The defensive player of the year.
I'm talking about players.
Okay, players, yeah. Okay. But again, the mystique of Jordan is just magical to certain people, and they look at that as the only thing that matters. Yeah. Even though he lost a lot.
Defensive player of the year matters. MVPs matter. Finals MVP matters. Okay? Those things matter.
They matter. So, but at the end of the day...
having the best sneaker ever matters. Like, it matters. It just does.
I mean, whatever you say, bro.
It does.
Time will tell.
It does.
Look, we'll be dead and gone by the time they look backwards and say, "Oh man, LeBron was the truth."
I do have to roll though.
My battery about to die. Oh my God, brother! So now I know not to discuss Michael Jordan or Kendrick Lamar.
I don't even know where that came up on this thing. No, I mean, both him and I are both Drake people, so that's all good. We'll high five on that. Oh. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
So on that note,
well, all right, fellas.
This
I'm gonna make sure I get my first take on next time. Have my stat sheets between Jordan and LeBron queued up.
Yep.
Ready to go.
Make sure your motherfucking camera and shit works.
I'm
not a half hour late.
Cause I should have been an hour late if I knew the majority of the podcast was gonna be
goat
talk. Yeah, man.
We should stop talking about basketball because this man's just crazy. He don't know nothing.
Nah, you start coming out with random ass facts and shit about people's gambling habits and dads. I'm like, God damn, why we bringing personal attacks into this shit? What the fuck? I was like, man, that man's father death was a tragedy. What the fuck is going on, bro?
I don't know, man. I heard there was some foul play ahead.
Nah, I believe it was. I believe it was some fishy shit with that. But damn, we can't disrespect Jordan being one of the GOATs, if not the GOAT, bro.
No, I never said that. LeBron's just better. That's all.
Yeah, that's arguable.
A bunch of haters. Anyway, this is the Coho podcast. Sports and current events edition.
Episode Second 15. Take.
Yeah.
No Shannon.
What should call? Wait, before you guys leave, what should call this episode? I know it's definitely gonna be called something about
Goat Talk.
Goat Talk. Yeah. Goat
Talk.
Yeah. Right.
Kari gets lost in the Goat Talk.
Yeah, he was quiet. He was just like, damn.
Bro, I was entertained. If I'm entertained, then I know.
No, the last time we had it, remember that the girl was just sitting there in the middle, like, what the fuck
I know Shorty must have been lost.
Oh yeah,
I think that's part of the reason why she quit. Because when we get on a topic that we don't agree on,
what the fuck is happening?
She's just like, damn. If she was in the same room, someone would get hurt. You know, it's all good though. Deshaun's delusional. That's all. He's just. Just lives in
Sean ready to be a sportscaster. He was ready. He was poised.
He pulling up bullshit on his phone. He makes up stats. He makes up shit.
I'm not putting nothing on my phone.
Everything I'm actually
trying to look at what the score is of the game right now for the Knicks.
Shit, I'm about to tune in.
We gotta get back to these games. All right, yo. See y'all next week.
All right, brothers. All right. Peace.